still monitors a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It monitors your heart rate and your stress level, which I don't really know what that is, but
What it determines.
whatever determines what the stress level is. And apparently, I have a lot of stress.
There you go.
Sure. Can't put that I'm in pain in my wrist. Or it's monitoring, right?
Your pain is fine.
You go to twist a cap off a bottle and you feel your wrist hurt. Nah, it doesn't really feel that good. And honestly, I still cannot put a reference to what I did to make it hurt. But then I was noticing it was starting to get kind of like references to pain on my left hand, which I felt like, wait, I do less with my left hand than I do with my right hand. Why doesn't it hurt? Why are they all roughly happening around the same time? You know, it's like your knees or something. You know, it's like when one knee starts to hurt, by golly, the other knee starts to hurt, and it's like
one the other.
I'm like, yeah, okay, it's not. I didn't do anything with the left knee, you know. I can sort of understand the right knee to a degree. That was when we, 20 years ago, fell out of bed and smacked our knee about 3 times right on the knee. I can understand why it wants to hurt after a certain time. It hurts during certain things, but I can pick up a thing of milk and my wrist doesn't hurt. But if I twist it slightly to turn the doorknob, it doesn't like that. Nope. It tells you no. If you're trying to open a pill bottle, it's like no. Pick up a quart of milk, just fine. It's like okay. That's what I was thinking. If it was broken or sprained, any pickup of any type would be massively painful. There's just got to be something that I annoyed. Or it's got major inflammation on it, which is possible. Convinced that the anti-inflammation pill is worth its weight. It's better weight compared to aspirin or Tylenol.
Aspirin was a general do-it thing.
It was, yes, and it's a good thing for life.
You want a burrito?
Yeah.
Warm it. Yeah. Which made them start better, and of course they get better mileage. But but when you're driving a Suburban or size beef or bigger. I don't care what you put in a type of gas mileage you're going to have, it's going to stink.
Well, obviously, anything that large.
Because you're carrying
a ton of weight just on the vehicle, and a ton of weight of everything
just
else.
for the missile crews, if the two missilers are going out, it's 2 people in a Suburban. The next day, it might be 2 crew members,
for security.
No, never mixed that way. No, 2 crew members, a cook, and an FM. And if you have a training cook or a training FM, that adds a 5th one. And then in the back, you pack it full of whatever, food and gear for 6 and all the rest of it. Yeah, well, depending. Yeah. Then if you're doing it as a cop, you have a minimum of 6 people in the vehicle, and all the weapons and body armor, weather gear, and all the rest of it all packed in there. Just the way it is.
So much fun. Huh?
Well, it's just the way it is. It used to be we took the garbage out that way too.
That was a smelly Mustang.
Yes, it was. But that's how you did it. Well, now they got dumpster service out there, porta potty service at the LFs.
Yeah.
But it used to be if you carried stuff in, it used to be they would bring food out in big trucks to bring the food out.
Well, when they were running the that pipeline for rural water or something out on Highway 23, they ran a water thing into that one that had that terrible water by Newtown
Hotel.
Yeah, I think they put a hookup into it.
Black and red water sometimes. Yeah. There's the generator.
Light all out.
Yep. They're pouring and pouring and pouring.
They got to get all these projects done.
A lot of money going
within
there.
2 months. Otherwise, the white stuff might be fine, and it actually might be a sighting winter, as they were saying.
Well, I got to get the oil changed in the lawnmower, which is overdue, and the snowblower, and I should do probably the generator. I want to put a bunch of seafoam in the coming soon. Silver something boutique. Silver Linings boutique coming soon. Follow us on. Yep, there's Steve's truck. Man, he's moving stuff in and taking stuff out. Yep, that tells you it's coming. When you got 2 trucks and a van with a trailer, that's a hint.
Yep.
I think Steve's gun license expires as a dealer August or September.
He renews it.
Well, he's going to be done as a dealer.
Oh, okay. He's not going to set up another shop somewhere.
No. His health ain't that good.
It's probably time to get out of it anyhow. It's the way things are going.
Yeah, well, he's been in and out of it several times. It's like he built stuff out of nothing several times. Did fine with it. He just figured it was time to get out of it. So.
Well, there's no real place in town other than the ones on the or by Burlington or the one by Surrey. There's really nothing really in town.
Except Shields. Well, I know. Shields had ammo.
Yeah.
I got ammo there. I bought some ammo out at Spartan.
Yeah. I'd rather go there, I think.
Spartan is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when I asked about something, the one guy said, "Yeah, I'll get back to you on that." He never did. And I figured, well, I'm small money, so that's part of it. They're redoing their thing. And for this to be a motorcycle, I just don't understand it. Oh, that's what's his name? That's the guy from State Farm. Got his dog Noah up there.
Well, it's probably more stable.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Than if it was the other way around.
Yep. But you can take your motorcycle.
I don't know if I'd deem that as a motorcycle though.
It is a motorcycle.
More of like a weird car.
It is a weird car, in my opinion. But
well, I suppose it doesn't have a roof, so it can't be really a car.
The French used to do weird stuff like that a long time ago. I see no point to it myself at all, but it's supposed to be more stable and easier to handle
I'm sure it
than one was like Minot has with the wheeler in the back.
Trike,
yeah. Front wheel drive, good traction, and all the rest of it. But to me, it's just, I would rather have a Jeep.
Well, something with air conditioning.
Well, even without it, even an old school
this
Jeep.
Thing or something.
Even an old school Jeep.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, would be better than, in my opinion.
Something with a roof and air conditioning would be nice.
Well, it is nice to have
heating.
Yeah, it is a nice idea to have a cab. It's a nice idea if you have
I want something.
Cab.
I'd like to have something that if say another truck of equal size hits you, you might survive. Maybe.
Well,
Semi hits you,
I was thinking about
the airbags popping.
I'm thinking about hail.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Well, you're not going to go on storm chasing on that thing unless you got a death wish.
Well, you remember what's his name? It went in the canvas covered Jeep.
Yes, but at least it had a canvas covered slow down the rain.
The hail.
That has nothing.
I know.
That had your helmet on it and that's it. Yes, no, canvas covered Jeep is not that great either, but at least there's some piece of fabric over your head.
Well, even when we ran with Jeeps without tops on them, I was pretty happy the Jeep without top as opposed to that. You got a machine gun up front. You could put 4 guys in it.
You have a vehicle frame around you.
Yes. You have 4 guys in the vehicle. You can have up to 4. Well, you can put more in, but in reality, it's only designed for 4. And 3 is plenty because when you put me in the back seat with a machine gun in my lap,
You gotta have a well-trained dog to stay in your vehicle.
Yep. He's pretty good and friendly, but he gets a little carried away with play.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah, but he's getting better training. But he's got his own business there, and he sets his own rules, and the dog is part of the rules.
You can do that.
He's modified and updated that building and everything, and him and one of the ladies that works for him are going to buy a bar in Surrey.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he said there was lots of money in that, and I'm like, well, maybe, I don't know.
Well, their insurance, they should know.
But he's in insurance, he's into loans for buying houses, he's into annuities, he knows and is doing all kinds of things.
Yeah. Diversifying.
Yeah, just looking at how you can make money and stuff, how you can protect money. That's interesting. He was talking to me about annuities.
It's like the Bitcoin thing, or the people who crypto mine.
Yeah.
Now, if you do it the right way, and you don't try to scam a bunch of people out of their stuff, I have seen people over time that have made a pretty good bit of money off of it.
Yep.
Legitly.
Yep.
So it's not all terrible.
Well,
it's not all legal either.
Well, that's where it gets a little sneaky. Both blue and white, and then the one here. Well, blue's the one I took to the dump.
Forward and around. Just go forward and around.
It's awful hard to make that turn and be able to see. Okay?
Okay.
That's the problem with that. This has its own problems. It's awful hard to see as well. It puts us in kind of a semi-blind situation. I don't know that I want to turn hard left there either. What do we got to the right? Anything?
You're good. No, it's a fast turn, but you're good.
We're still good?
Yeah, you can go. Go.
Do you think that we get something that sounds like Japanese or something when we push some of the buttons on the TV? Do you think there's a firmware upgrade for that?
Yeah, there might be.
Go into settings, would that be what you
I
would
don't
do?
think though it's a problem though.
Yeah, okay.
It might not be Japanese. It might just be.
Gargled English or something.
Could be.
I don't understand why it's there or what it's saying. If it was saying change channel or volume up, that would be fine.
Like both of them.
But, well, yeah, it's, you know, I don't know what the deal is with
I don't know. Until I heard it, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It could be just when you're turning. If you're just turning it on, it might have like some kind of compression from the last audio that was played.
Yeah, that would make sense. It could be that.
It's possible. I mean, anything's technically possible with electronics these days, but
Yeah.
I suppose if you wanted to go conspiracy theory, it's like, well,
No.
they're listening in on you.
No, I'm not going to go there.
They're translated American English
I got
to
Marlo's
Chinese.
stuff to work. I was so happy we got out of there. Routing the cables was the hardest part of it, and then she actually had the password to the router, so I was like, okay. So
And it wasn't like easy to remember password.
No, it was a very difficult.
That's good.
A whole bunch of numbers and letters.
That's good. Well, better than some of these people I've seen, like,
Password.
we're going to put Superman as our password. I'm like,
or password.
Password's a password, yeah. Or the ones that are real, they try to be a little comical. The username, or the password is username.
Okay.
And username is, and password is username. I'm like, yeah, that's encouraging.
Don't know that that's very secure. No.
Yeah. That'll just take 2 seconds to realize it.
Probably not even that long.
I thought about changing ours, but changing all of the places. It's a maddening part. Yeah, there's a lot of devices in the house, so.
Yep.
I just know that ours is pretty long. It's pretty
Awful hard to.
Oh, I'm sure it's not impossible to break it.
It's pretty difficult.
But it's more than 7 characters.
Yeah, it is. Every time I have to do it, I get it wrong 3 out of 4 times.
You're not out of luck there either. Because the 5G version, the 5G has a different password than the 2.4.
Even better.
Well,
Well, they're making lots of progress on the old search here.
no.
Probably got it for next to nothing.
Well, I don't know about that. I wonder if it's the same group that was there before the flood.
I don't think so.
They
moved out of town.
Okay.
I love this guy's
I think they spent a lot of money redoing it. I don't think they got next to nothing. Yeah. Even if they did, though, the amount of repairs were needed.
Oh, he's huge.
So probably millions of dollars for repairs.
I would think you're probably right.
I mean, just those windows alone are probably those windows alone are probably $200 a pop.
Even if they're the cheap windows, they're $200.
I don't think they're going for cheap in North Dakota.
Well, sometimes
They're going for like energy efficient ones.
Yeah, well,
$200 to $300 a pop.
yeah.
That's a lot of windows.
Plus installments.
Probably $2,000 or more in windows alone.
Installment costs and everything else.
Then they had to gut the interior and everything that was in it.
Yeah, and then power.
Repair whatever was water damage still from the flood.
Everything.
Yeah. So
It'll be nice when they get done.
probably $1 million to repair the whole place or more.
There's no dike down
And
here.
of course, since it hadn't been really touched since the flood, all the wiring and everything else has to be changed and
Pulled and
updated to
replaced.
code, and everything has to be built to code again.
It'd be like having a new church almost. It's gonna stop.
Should.
Remember one of the zombie houses that was there for a long time.
Yeah.
Gone now.
Yeah. Well, my one friend didn't have to worry too much about it since the flood took his whole house except for the door and the door frame.
Yeah.
I still wonder about that. I was like, how is the door and the door frame more strong than the whole house? I mean, he didn't have a basement, he just had a slab.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting for him, and he came back and he's like, "Here's my house.
Downriver somewhere.
It's gone, but the door's there. It was still locked.
Yeah, that's probably why it's still there.
Door frame was still there too.
All steel.
Obviously, you didn't drill that door frame into the house strong enough.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a steel door frame.
I think it was
drilled into the concrete. That's what
I don't know.
Maybe, but you would think the debris itself would have, you know.
He went on vacation, come back, the house is gone.
I worry every time we go somewhere. It's like,
yeah.
if we check the temperature.
A little less worried now they got the security cameras.
Well, the fact that we're not on low ground is
no.
nice.
Although I have considered buying a few more of those cameras. Actually, there's a couple of newer cameras on there that you can self-rotate around, or it will auto-track. It will automatically track the person walking across. I thought about getting a couple of those and putting them outside, and it will just auto-track, almost like a full 360. It'll auto-track the person walking around instead of just this field of view here. Now, if you put one of those in the corner of the house or something, like on the front part of the corner, like you could track them all the way around to that side and all the way around and back up the sidewalk. Yeah, those wouldn't be so bad. And they'd be high enough where unless you could ladder, you couldn't really reach them. Not sure how good they work in wintertime, but might not do that great in the wintertime. I'm trying to move. It's icy. Buying another one or two of those cameras for somewhere in the back of the house or one of the back windows or something. Actually, if we have one in your room, in your window facing towards the
can't get near that window at the moment. That's the down the road project.
If you could, though, and you could get it at an angle, you could see everything from that part of the back of the deck towards the steps.
When I get around to the time where I can build and rebuild the floor, then everything has to come out of there. A lot of it has to come out the living room, some of it can't. So it'll be a series of replacements. This will be 4 foot by whatever. Okay, then we'll shift stuff over to that, and then we'll cut another 4 foot out. Put another 4 foot down, and then continue until we've got the whole. But it's going to be kind of like the last part of your sister's room. Some of that stuff I couldn't move by myself, assemble. And I decided not to take it apart. So
my body's been breaking. It's not gonna. I can't hardly lift anything now. With this wrist, I can't hardly lift anything. The other day when I was going to use the toilet was plugged, I was going, am I going to have to use the plunger? How's that going to work? My wrist cannot take any. I can't even. It hurts putting peanut butter on bread.
Did it on its own? Did it? Okay.
Yeah, it eventually went down after about 16 million flushes and a bunch of hot water. But it was like, how the hell am I going to operate a plunger when I'm putting bread or putting peanut butter on bread?
You just have to let me know, and I'll come back.
Well, it was like 2 in the morning, so I was like, a bunch of hot water down it, and then finally got it to go down. But I was like, dang.
My hand
kind of hurt. You know, my hand knows about the same. I'm just thinking now. The last time I ever felt any pain like this in my wrist area of my hand was when I was getting the carpal tunnel syndrome when I was still at Sykes.
Myositis.
This ain't carpal tunnel, though.
It's fun trying to get across the driveway, but if you'd gone up a block with the light, then you're a whole block off, a whole block off.
Yeah, well, there you go. Try to walk across the street at noon. Not necessarily.
Lights cost a lot of money to put up and maintain. Still got those 3 spare tires. Being grumpy and driving. Good thing I'm playing with it today. Try to get it running before they try to put it in tomorrow.
Brand new control, new rotator that won't spin.
Well, the base it does, but it's not working quite like it's supposed to.
On and back, it ain't working.
Well, I said look at the 800 number help, or look at the 3 YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
Figure it out from there. But it's not like both of them don't have experience, all 3 of them don't have experience doing that. So, you know, something's a little bit goofy there.
Why don't you buy one that worked?
Well, I'd say maybe look and see if there's an 800 number on it.
Well, there should be a customer service number for the day.
Otherwise, not call who you ordered it from. And see they've got the guys coming with a bucket truck tomorrow. Wow, there's nobody here now.
Well, yeah. I wonder if the RV club's ever coming back.
What?
I wonder if the RVers ever coming back. Motor Coach Association.
Don't know. You got clobbered before.
Yep. And clobbered again.